Obedience may be costly, but the end result is priceless. That all along. Obedience is gateway to a world of supernatural breakthroughs. Do what I said. You'll be the head only and not beneath. You'll be above only and not beneath. You'll be the head and not the tail. You will lend unto many nations and you shall not borrow. A world of supernatural breakthroughs. Obedience is gateway to all supernatural manifestations. All. You obey me, I will manifest myself to you. Just obey what I ask you to do and watch me manifest myself to you. Christ, our perfect example, was obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Wherefore, God also has highly exalted him. God showed up. His obedience provoked supernatural manifestation and gave him a name above every name. The name of Jesus, every knee shall bow, of things in earth, things underneath the earth, and things in heaven. Philippians 2, 5 to 11. All is that obedience. Obedience of faith will always commit God's integrity to perform. Go forward. They went forward, and the Red Sea gave way. We may not have prayed for great things that we experience in our life, but we must have obeyed ourselves into them. We must have obeyed ourselves into them. The man that was one blind 40-year-old just simply obeyed and came back saying, know what came from his mouth. He just returned with his sight and began to testify. Receiving, believing, and obeying the instruction of the word is what makes it work. Say with me, receiving, believing, and obeying the instructions of scriptures is what makes it work. We serve a covenant-keeping God, not a Father Christmas God. He watches over his word to fulfill it. It's his word at work in us that attracts his hand on our life, that makes us a wonder to our world. Until our part is played for the delivery of any provision of redemption, God is not committed. My covenant will I not break, nor alter those things that are gone forth out of my lips. God is not committed until our part of obedience is fulfilled. Where our obedience stops is where his blessings stop. But if you will not obey, the following curses shall come. So the blessing stops where obedience stops. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 14, all the way to 66, catalog of curses. We must maintain a covenant mentality in our walk with God, or we end up frustrated. God will not do what we are yet to obey as he commands. God will never do it, no matter how many years of prayers. That's why many prayer warriors are weary. As the Lord great pleasure in sacrifices than obeying his word. To obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. 1 Samuel 15, 22 to 23. Has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. No spiritual virtue is a substitute for obedience. And no excuse or explanation is tenable with God for our disobedience. Saul said, we brought these things to sacrifice to our God. How could we have destroyed everything? What was the instruction? Destroy everything. What's the explanation? To sacrifice to the Lord. It looks justifiable, but not with God. No excuse is tenable for disobedience in the sight of God. Why did you go ahead to offer burnt offering? Oh, the people were going to scatter from me. So I forced myself to line up with the people. He said, now your kingdom is gone. No reason is tenable with God for our disobedience. God does not enforce obedience on anyone. It's simply a choice that individuals make. If it makes it a choice. Obedience speaks louder than voice. Cast your net on the right side, they did, and enclose great multitude. There was no, oh God, when we cast it, do something. Obedience speaks louder than voice. Abraham stepped into generational blessings through his obedience without a voice. Get out of their country, and so Abraham departed. Circumcise all the male born in your house. He went ahead on the spot and did it. No remarks. Sacrifice only because his son, he rose up early in the morning. He wasn't chatting. Oh God, remember how much I waited for this gift where you said, in Isaac shall my, is a promise be, then I will sacrifice you. No comment. Obedience without voice gave Abraham his place in destiny. It speaks louder than voice. Go around the wall of Jericho 7 times. No sound, no voice. On the 7th day, 7 times. My God. What if they throw stones on us from the wall? What if they fire us? 7 days, then we know that we are around. They just walk around the place as commanded, and the walls of Jericho sank. Everyone went straight before them. Obedience speaks louder than voice. The less of obedience provokes God's supernatural manifestations. Blessed is the man that feared God, that delights himself greatly in his commandments. His seed also shall be mighty upon the earth, my God. Delight, not coerced, not pressurized. It provokes supernatural blessings. Supernatural supplies answer to obedience. God speaks to you, I want you to take that step. And you take it, He unleashes blessings on your life. That's how the widow of Zarephath got it. She was feeding fat for 3.5 years in obedience to an instruction. That's how the prophet's widow came out of debt, simple obedience to instructions. You'll never suffer lack and want anymore in your life.